Unless you are with us for the first time, you know that my sermons are generally done from the center of our worship space. They often involve humor and story. But today is a bit different. Today is the fourth Sunday in Lent. We are a week away from the beginning of Holy Week. And so it seems appropriate that we spend less time today in sermon and more in a reflection. And so we begin this morning with the Prince of Tides. To describe our growing up in the low country of South Carolina, I would have to take you to the marsh on a spring day, flush the great blue heron from its silent occupation, and scatter marsh hens as we sink to our knees in the mud. Open you an oyster with a pocket knife and feed it to you from the shell and say, "There, that taste, that's the taste of my childhood." The words of Pat Conroy are rich and expressive. You can almost smell the pluff mud and taste the salt of the just opened oyster. It's an appeal to the senses, trying to make real a people and a place that for many may be distant and inaccessible. It's a sensuous description, a deliberate appeal to the senses, smell and taste and touch and sound, saying these people and this place are of ultimate value. Ultimate value. You see, you and I, we've lost our way when it comes to understanding worth. We think it's determined by rates of exchange or market value. We emphasize cost and think that does mean value. Luxury goods, designer labels, fine automobiles, stocks and bonds, boats, vacation homes and assets, tallied by accountants and money managers. If you want to know value, it can be determined by a conversation with your broker. And this morning, Judas stands, calculator in hand, and sneers at wasting expensive perfume on the feet of Jesus. Judas' words, though, have nothing to do with value and everything to do with greed. And so, having heard that description, what is our task in this moment? As with all holy writing, we are being given an invitation to a moment as deliberately appealing to the senses as the words I read from the Prince of Tides. I offer you a preface. Hear the words of the prophet Isaiah. I am about to do a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Revelation comes in multiple and sometimes unexpected ways. Isaiah says a new creation is breaking through, and your senses will inform your awareness. Mary, who had sat at his feet, Lazarus, that he had raised from the dead, Martha, who had confronted him on the road. He is in their home with his disciples. And in a moment of complete awareness, Mary takes rich, fragrant, pure nard and massages it into the feet of Jesus. And then with gentleness and love, takes her hair and wipes his feet. She, more than anyone, is fully aware of the ultimate worth and value of the man before her. And so be in this moment. Look on the face of Lazarus who'd been raised from the dead. Taste the food offered by Martha, and look upon the acts of Mary. The pure, loving, sacrificial giving of her most expensive and prized possession to offer praise. Her movements, her actions are a prayer. Let the scent of nard surround us. Close our eyes as we revel in a moment that is intended to touch us on every level. It is true worship. Worship that draws us closer to God, that brings us into the embrace of Christ. It empowers us, offers us comfort, solace, renewal, and strength for one singular purpose: to send us forth to do the work He has given us to do.